live for the party, the Delphos Saga. I'm Nyx, your dungeon master. We are NyxRising. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cue title sequence.
We catch up with our party on their way back into the city of Erran. After heading out to a small town called Ithia, they discovered an underwater sea cave that they believe to have belonged once to perhaps pirates or raiders, now inhabited by the young of some Kelpie that they'd faced off on the coast. They found the bodies of the missing townspeople, and they found one of the farm hands from the honey farm, alive, and returned him to the farm. On their way back to Erran, they encountered some bandits or raiders who were trafficking what seemed to be exotic animals, exotic beasts, as they were trying to capture a griffin, slaying its rider. After freeing a fleece-mane lion, a catobalus, and some sort of strange bronze sable construct from the cages in the camp, they slept the night and in the morning discovered a contract on the body of the dead griffin rider, which gave Icarus quite the reaction.
Bad day.
Soberly, the party returned to the city, which is where we find them now. Students, you are riding into Erran.
With a
Catobalus.
plus.
A big boy.
A big boy. Big cowman.
The citizens of Erran are turning to look as you guide this gargantuan cow into the city, riding along on your horses, heading back to the stables from which you borrowed them. What are you doing?
Riding back to the stables with a total.
What would you like to do next? You reach the stables with this thing in tow.
What was her name?
Thecla.
Let's go look for Thecla.
Okay. It's not hard to find. You lead the giant cow around the back with the elongated giraffe neck, and she sort of looks up from where she is and is like, "Oh, what have you?"
Do you need one of these?
Or do you know anyone who might have lost one recently?
I don't know the answer to either of those questions. But
Don't think we can take this back to school.
where did you get that?
We found it on the road. There was like poachers of exotic animals, and
Yeah.
they had him in a cage.
According to their ledger, I think they stole it from a farmer or something recently.
Oh, that's quite the creature to steal unnoticed.
Yeah.
Would you mind at least looking after it for a bit whilst we... I've got the logbook still, so we can take it to the school. Someone else can...
You know what? That sounds good. You're back in good time. Thank you for that. Very appreciated.
Thank you, Thecla.
Do you want me to take that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't really know how to take care of it.
I'm sure I know someone who does. And she will take the rope that you have looped very loosely around its neck and lead it into the paddock. The horses sort of scatter into one corner and look at it strangely. Right. I will take your horses back. Anything I need to know?
Oh, no, it's all good.
Good horses. Thank you.
I'd like to say goodbye to Whirlwind.
Oh, you can.
Pet.
I will have a moment with my one, which is called Artex.
Oh, thanks. Looks like you've kept the equipment in good condition. Thank you very much.
No worries, thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
See you around.
And let me know if you find out any more about the big friend.
Sure.
Of course.
Turn on my heel and walk out. Start heading back towards Delphos.
Follow.
Off we go.
Okay. You walk back through the streets. You take a glance over at some of the carts, but you see a familiar goblin face and keep walking.
I do not see it. I am looking away.
Be faster to walk.
And it's quite a long, slow walk. Are you talking at all, or are you just carrying on ahead, Icarus?
Icarus is just walking.
Hey, slow down.
Trying to keep up with him.
Power
He's
walking.
charging along.
Okay, if you're not stopping for them, you make your way all the way back to the academy steps.
Just walk into Delphos and head towards Sebast's office.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way down to Sebast. He welcomes you in. and say, and if there's anything special you're saying, otherwise you just tell him the details of the contract. And he marks off your debt.
Also, we got this logbook.
Oh, okay.
There were raiders on the way back that had been stealing exotic animals, including a that, which is currently with Thekla.
Right, thank you. We should probably see to that. And you dealt with it, dispatched them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all I had.
Thank you.
No problem.
Pandora gives Icarus a look.
Well, let me know when you're ready to do another contract. In the meantime, good luck with your studies.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Just for reference, how much more debt are we in?
So you had 335.
Mm-hmm.
You had 180. You had 252. And that contract in particular was
250.
250. So split between 3
Does not split nicely.
minus the 20% fee for the school.
God.
Cheeky.
No one said that about the small print.
There's 80 gold off each of your contracts.
Okay, so can you just let me know how much that is for each? I'll just make a note.
Mine's only 100.
So 100 for Maze.
So mine was 252 and is now
172.
172.
Chiboy.
Your boy. So
I will be getting in more debt, just so you know.
255 remaining.
Sweet.
So it's £2,550.
Oh my god, that's tuition.
loans.
That's right, isn't it?
For some potions and armour. Okay.
They almost served me well, let's be honest.
So that's 80 gold. 80 gold off each of your contracts. And Sebastian lets you go with a thank you for taking care of the raiders. And that he'll be sure to let the city council know that there's raiders in the area.
He's a good egg.
Is.
I hate that.
I don't like that. So yeah.
So, what do we want to do next?
You okay, buddy?
You got some stuff you need to deal with?
Kind of.
Do you want to be alone for a bit?
No.
Do you want to talk about it?
Not really, but at the same time, yes. I feel like I need to tell you guys something about what's going on, because I need to go speak to, I don't know, someone about this. Let's go somewhere, okay?
Okay.
Let's go get a snack.
Snack sounds good. I want to go to the mall anyway.
So we could go stop by one of the little... We could go get some...
We could get some baklava.
We could
Yeah.
get there. Oh.
Like, what time of day is it now?
So you
We started off.
you started off early and you were quite a long way, so it's
Yeah.
probably before midday.
We get some brunch.
I want tomatoes.
You want tomatoes?
Yeah.
Tomatoes help?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go get tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay, the three of you head out of the school. You're going back to the boulevard outside the Colosseum. You make your way over there, sort of 15-20 minutes of walking, and it's a lot less busy here in the daytime. There's a few people milling around outside the Colosseum enjoying the sights, but there's no market on today and there's no one queuing up for a show. So it's sort of just this quiet strip of tavernas, any number of which are open for lunch, and all of them quiet.
Go get a little tapas plate for us.
Yeah, you can have like a meze laid out
Yeah.
for you.
Give Icarus some time, like until
Yeah.
he's ready.
Let him indulge in his many dolmadas before he spills his guts.
Yeah.
Before he spills the tomatoes back out. Oh god. Okay. Just going to pass you guys the letter, which has got the Brotherhood and the information about the elimination of Nicholas Mueller on it again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what's going on with this. And the only other person I know that deals with griffins is in there. It points at the mall.
Yeah.
I mean, if we'd had the actual griffin with us, we were gonna go speak to Erran anyway.
It's true. I don't know if Ryan knows anything about this brotherhood or like the griffin pendant and
So he's our best bet.
yeah.
We can go talk to him.
I don't want any of this to get back to Lorikai.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask why? I mean, you tell him everything, don't you?
Yeah,
But
he'd worry, and I want to sort this out before, because I don't think it's anything really, and I don't want to.
you're stressed about it.
Yeah,
You said you thought this person was dead.
yeah.
How come?
Remember that boat I was on? I told you about. So it wasn't a Klaus.
Okay.
And as far as I was aware,
Everyone else didn't make it.
yeah.
Okay.
Who is he?
Someone that I'm not too keen to run into again.
Okay. Like, not keen to run into, as in you guys just didn't get along, or you can see why there's a contract over his head?
I mean, the last time I saw him I was 9, so I don't know. If maybe. It's a lot complicated.
It's okay. A lot can happen in 15 years.
Yeah. But I trust you too.
We'll talk to Orion.
Yeah. Okay.
But sure, like, if you don't want us to repeat any of this or say anything to Lorkai, we won't.
No, I would like this to stay amongst just us.
So long as you're safe, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, this isn't anything that's gonna come back and bite you, is it?
No, it shouldn't. But,
If it was, you would tell us, yes?
I don't know if it would or not.
Okay. Well, if anything changes, we're on your team.
I know. Lorikai just can't know, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'll take a big deep breath and just enjoy lunch for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it too early for ale?
No?
No.
Great.
The server comes over, puts a pitcher of wine and a pitcher of ale on the table. You finish up your lunch, polish it off, take a little bag with what you couldn't finish in it.
It's all gone.
Icarus can't finish.
And feeling fortified by the food and the wine and the ale, you stand up and head across the wide road, across the grassy bank, to the doors of the Colosseum. Again, not open.
What's gonna happen to this?
Not real knock. It's fine, they know who we are now.
Yeah.
It just seems weird to me to be knocking on the front door of a huge stadium.
Yeah, we should probably go around the back
Let's
again.
go around the back.
It's the only place they answered last
Yeah.
time.
You go round to the side door that you've been to twice now and knock on it. And it's a short while, but then it's opened by an attendant who opens the door, looks you over, and then a look of recognition flashes across their faces, and they're like, "Oh, it's you."
Hey.
Hello. We were wondering, is Orion here?
I believe so.
Can we come see him?
Just Come on, step inside.
Yeah.
And the attendant just asks you to wait there and hurries off up one of the corridors.
While we're here as well, do you think it's worth seeing if Damon's still around?
I was just going to say.
We should really check on him.
Yeah, see if he's okay.
You're left on your own for 5 minutes or so. And then the attendant
bouncing.
the attendant hurries back and gives each of you a visitor pass to be around here.
That's hilarious.
If you want to follow me,
Thank you.
Thanks.
you head back through the winding passages in the back of the mall. And then you're led out through one of the side tunnels into the dirt of the arena itself. Now a familiar feeling. Although this time, the colossal space has been occupied for training. You see different dummies set up, different obstacles. There's a number of gladiators out here fighting one-on-one with each other, or running drills in teams. The attendant calls out to the nearest of them. You see a male half-elf, mid-20s, probably sort of a little bit older than you. Lean, muscular build, mocha skin, dark mop of brown bouncy curls, pale grey eyes. He isn't wearing any armour, and Icarus, you would have seen him fight before, just essentially with swords unarmoured in the ring. He's wearing sort of muted shades of purple and blue, linen trousers with a tunic over the top, and bandages wrapped around his knuckles. He comes on over and is like, "Hey, what's up?"
Hey.
Hi.
The attendant hurriedly explains they're looking for Erran. He's like, "Oh, I'm Malachi."
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Is Orion around, or?
Well, if you're looking for Orion, turn your eyes to the sky.
Of course.
I guess he's doing drills with the griffin.
You see the griffin and the women sort of flying in synchronized flight, swooping in circles around the arena, quite similar to the fight that they performed the other day, and it's clearly very performative. They're taking it in turns to duck and weave out of the way before landing hits on each other.
Okay, I guess we can just wait down here for a bit.
Yeah. Everyone's sort of out and about doing drills today, huh?
That's what we do in the day.
I guess so.
I don't know if you ever seen Malachi fight.
Don't think so.
You should. Good, very good.
Yeah, pretty good.
No, you fight without armor. That's awesome, you know?
Thank you. I should be telling you how awesome you are. Well, everybody knows what the three of you did the other day.
Yeah.
We can't thank you enough for what you did for Damon.
Is he okay?
Is he okay?
He's still here in the infirmary. He's pulling through.
Good.
Is he okay to have visitors?
He might be. I think he's with one of the medical staff right now, but
Well, we can ask, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't want to disturb him if he's resting or whatever.
Yeah, but good to know he's doing alright, you know?
you three okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've just been out on a contract for the school.
Ah, budding heroes, I see.
I don't know about that.
Something or other. Just trying to repay debts.
How long have you been here at the mall?
Nearly 6 years. Yeah.
Like, have you always wanted to be a gladiator, or did you work outside of it first?
Well, I guess for quite a few years, yeah. I grew up in a monastery not far from here, but family in the army, I wanted to do something different, you know.
March out.
Yeah. I like it here. I like the acclaim.
What kind of monastery was it?
Monastery too soon. But enough about me. Tell me about yourselves, you three. Baby heroes.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd call myself a hero.
No, we're just...
But these two might be.
Hey.
No.
Well, the three of you saved one of our men's lives. Is that not heroic?
I guess, but like,
It's
I
just the
don't
right
know.
thing to do.
it was the right thing to do.
You can do the right thing and still be heroic.
I don't know. It's just not how I've ever seen myself, and not what I've seen for myself. If that makes sense.
How very heroic of you.
Stop.
Yeah, you're talking yourself into a pit here.
Yeah.
Alright, here he comes. Great. I will not get in your way, but
It was really nice to meet you,
It was
though.
really nice to meet you.
the three of you, we definitely owe you drinks or something at some point.
That would be fun.
Sure.
Yeah,
After this,
sure.
Like it would be really nice to like get to know you guys a bit better.
yeah, you too. Baby heroes.
Yeah.
He winks and makes his way, like jogs back over to the training as Orion comes skidding down, landing Sparrow in the dirt, just sort of 10 feet from you.
Pandora does that.
You see, he doesn't notice for a minute. He sort of pushes his white hair out of his face where it's sort of sweat slicked down, and is like,
Hey!
gives the griffin a ruffle, and then just like leaps off and comes bounding over. It's like, hi!
How are you?
How are you?
Good. That was amazing.
What are you doing here?
Like we came to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Bit of a like long weird kind of story. We've just come back.
Maybe we should speak in private.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Okay.
Well, sure, we can do that. Should we go inside?
That would be good.
Okay.
I'm sorry it's not on better circumstances that we're going to see you. It's kind of serious.
Oh, of course. You see, he takes on a slightly more serious demeanor.
Pandora's also a bit sheepish, just like, oh, I'm sorry. I just got excited.
It's valid.
Right. He leads you inside to one of the private rooms. It's not the same one you were in before, but it's very similar. Fancy private lounge for the gladiators, completely empty at the moment. Right. Dumps himself down in a chair.
So we've just come back off a contract, and when we were making our way back to Erran, we ran into a group of raiders who had been stealing or acquiring and locking up exotic animals. One of them that they were trying to take down was a griffin and a rider.
I'm going to flick him the two the silver and the gold discs. The one with the griffin in flight and the feather. One with the feather.
You see his face just fall. He takes them and he looks them over and he's just like,
Are you okay?
yeah,
You know what they are?
yeah.
Yeah, we went through their possessions and found that he was a member of the Brotherhood, it was called.
Or he's been given. I'm just going to hand him the scroll, like the contract.
We don't really know how the organization works or how it's set up.
What happened to them?
The rider didn't make it.
The
I'm sorry.
griffin's free.
Okay.
We were gonna see if it would follow us and come back here and show it to you, but it just flew off.
We burned the body as was sort of directed.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me what you know about this? Please?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah.
Pandora reaches out for his hand.
He takes it and squeezes it. This symbol holds up the gold one.
Yeah.
So the one with the feather or the griffin on it.
Griffin, with the griffin in flight.
The pendant.
This is the symbol of a mercenary company called the Brotherhood of the Griffin.
Okay.
They're based on the border of the Chase Lake, about 100 miles away. They grew up there.
Were you part of the Brotherhood?
Until about 2 years ago, yeah. This is a, you can keep it as a token, the silver one, toss it back to you with the feather on it. If you fall from a great height, that'll catch you.
Huh.
They are best known for their griffin riders, obviously, but they have companies of archers and spearmen. They are, at least when I was working with them, they are very strict and just on what contracts they take, especially something like this. Something, assassination or something. Strong sense of morality. Most of them worship Bahamut. They put a lot of research into whether they believed that someone they were being tasked to kill deserved it. There were a few occasions when they'd turn around and hunt down the person who took out the contract because it was a mistake.
Wow.
Is there any way?
Hmm?
It was sealed. Is there any way of telling if that's the case on this one, or is it just a straight out assassination contract? And if it's sealed, what does that mean? Was it taken, or is it being taken to somebody else, or?
If it's sealed, it means the contract hasn't been carried out yet. So it's possibly just been signed. Is this someone important to you?
It's somebody I know.
Right.
I don't even know, man. Like, is this brotherhood like underground? Like, well, obviously not as in the sky, but is it like secretive? I mean,
No, I mean, they don't really make a huge secret of it, but they're not open for somebody to walk in and ask questions. They would have more information at the base of operations, but it's not something they just give out freely to anybody.
man, that's the one that's like 100 miles away.
Yeah.
Would the Griffin have gone back there?
I expect so. Like I said, I haven't been there for 2 years, but
Why did you leave? If you don't mind me asking.
there was a incident on one of our contracts that made me want to walk away from that life. But nothing against them. Nothing wrong with the company itself. They're good people.
If you believe that, right? Do I trust that he believes that? Like that it's.
I won't make you roll an insight check. You trust that he believes this.
Okay.
I could perhaps help you if I went with you. This is a contract you want to see not fulfilled, I'm guessing.
Icarus does not, so.
Well, would we need to physically go there and speak to them, or could we maybe write to them? Would that be any help?
I don't think they'd answer you through written message,
Even
just
if
for the safety of it.
Even if you were to maybe countersign it or something?
The risk of a message like that being intercepted,
I suppose.
I mean, I could.
It's a long way to go.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like, for everyone involved here, it's like... I suppose we need to establish what you want to do exactly.
If I'm completely honest, I don't know what I want to do right now. Like I said, this is a name I never thought I'd hear.
Do you... I mean, I know you haven't seen this person for so many years, but... Do you think they would be deserving of this sort of fate?
I want to find out what he's done.
Well, we don't necessarily need to go to the Brotherhood to do that.
No.
Does it say anywhere on the contract where Niklaus won't be found?
No. There's a chance that if the letter was completely sealed, the Brotherhood haven't even had sight of the contract yet, apart from the rider who was killed. But they will know who that rider was sent out to speak to.
I would like to know who that person is.
Instead of sending correspondence full of questions that they don't want to answer, perhaps I can try and set up a meeting and have one of them come here.
He would do that. And they would do that?
I suppose you can't make promises.
I can't promise, but I can try and help you as a consider it our thanks for what you did for us.
I would really appreciate that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's any help, but I can tell you the name that was on the side of the Griffin's saddle.
Yes.
Yeah. Ajax.
Right.
Do you know that name?
No. He looks visibly relieved.
Okay.
Okay, I can write a letter and send it.
Thank you.
I really appreciate this, Erran. I would. God, I'm saying this a lot today. I would appreciate it if it didn't leave this room.
It won't.
Thank you.
I would appreciate that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can keep secrets.
Yeah.
Heavy. Sorry, I didn't.
It's okay. This was bound to find me one day. I don't exactly make a secret of the griffin, do I?
No, that's kind of the main flaw, isn't it?
It's kind of why we came to find you about Griffin things.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry this has found itself on your shoulders.
Don't be.
I'm just glad that they didn't manage to hurt the griffin any more than they had done.
Like, we saved a creature from captivity and we found out something relevant to your interests, so... It's a win-win.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
I'm good at it. I'm also glad it wasn't someone that you knew.
Yeah.
Me too.
We should... Oh, we were wondering if it was possible to see Damon.
Maybe. I will see.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sorry again. I feel like we just kind of swept in, dropped a bad news bomb, and then.
No. You're definitely having it worse. Don't worry about it. Right, let me see about Damon, and chins up, okay?
Pandora will stop him before he goes.
This is probably really weird. Can I hug you?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
She like throws her arms around his shoulders.
His wings fold around you and hug you back.
Oh my god!
I'm really glad I found you.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, that's really weird.
No, I've literally never met another tiefling before.
No, I've never met any others apart from my mom and my sisters. So this is really cool.
What about your family? Sorry. Wow, that's incredibly inappropriate, huh? Sorry.
It's fine. Easy assumption. Not tieflings.
Yeah.
Damon. And yeah, this is not the last time we're going to talk to each other, okay?
Yeah, I want to talk to you about so many things. Like so many things.
Yes, you should, we should get a drink sometime, the four of us, and talk about it.
That'll be nice.
Cool. He ducks out the room and heads off to find Damon, and then he comes back sort of 10 minutes or so later with a couple of the other gladiators in tow and says, apparently he's walked out to go and get a bath,
That sounds like him.
and he's going to meet us at the bar.
That also sounds like him.
The Lion of Erran has a brand.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So if you want to see him, I guess you're coming with us.
I guess
I guess we're going to the bar.
those drinks are happening now then.
It's not too early for ale.
It's never too early.
You and a group of like 5 or 6 gladiators head out of the Colosseum.
Icarus screams.
It's dream.
They're all
If he
like,
wasn't so upset right now, he'd be like,
you can only have the things you really want when you're not in the mindset to have them.
Icarus like, much to think about. Billy Ray Cyrus picture. Much to think about.
But they're all like ladding it up, like nudging each other, pushing each other into the walls as they're walking down the tunnels of the Colosseum.
Is Malachi there?
Malachi's there.
Cool.
Right. He comes up behind you and like pats you guys on the back. It's like, glad to see you're coming.
That happened a lot quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah. Well, it's lunchtime. It's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime, it's time to go to the bar.
Yeah. We keep getting roped into these
Yeah.
things, don't we?
We haven't got any glasses today, do we?
I mean, we weren't due back until today, so I doubt it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, we could have potentially still been out on the contract, so.
Yeah.
They lead you out to one of the tavernas, not quite, it's like next to the one that you were just in.
We walk by the one that we were just in, and the people are just like.
The guy I always see every week.
Yeah, he's like, come on. They lead you in there, and they don't bother with the table. They just head straight to the bar. There's some music playing in the corner, and then they're like throwing some coins down to the bard who's playing. Like, play something livelier. Play something livelier. And ordering like reams and reams of food to be laid out. Like pushing like 4 or 5 tables together near the bar.
We shouldn't have had lunch before we got here.
What, you're not hungry yet?
We had food like literally an hour ago.
How do you do that?
What?
How do you do that?
Eat? You're a bottomless pit, dude. I've got no idea.
And you grab a seat, and they sit around, and you're being served like goblets of wine, having ale pushed towards you, whilst they all chat amongst themselves and like tell you anecdotes from the arena. Talk to you about like things they've been speculating, like shows they want to plan and stuff that don't quite pass health and safety yet. And after a while, there's a cheer from them as Damon appears in the door.
Icarus is definitely more of his usual performative self again now. Less of the one that you guys have got to know over the past few days.
Oh, baby boy.
The booze and the food and the Damon helps.
Damon comes in, he's limping slightly, not quite looking himself, but like trying to look himself. So there's this mutual state of trying to look yourself. And you can see that he's still got a few wounds, bandages, and a few bruises and stuff like that. But he comes on over and he's like, "Oh, my saviors!
Hey.
Hi.
You 3 just keep popping up all over the place, don't you?"
We got invited.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon.
Oh, we did! We did! Orion!
We did, like we came to
I invited them.
Ryan, not
Don't
to
worry about it.
Yeah.
How
We
are
came
you?
for Orion, not you.
We did!
He turns a chair around and sits on it backwards at the table.
You were a happy side effect of the whole thing.
Yeah. We just wanted to see if you're okay since we were in the area anyway.
How are you doing?
Yeah, fine, absolutely fine.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Mm-hmm. With the limp.
Trying to nudge his leg that he was limping with.
Okay,
Totally fine.
You're playing with fire there, Icarus.
I've lived with Lorkai.
I will maul you.
I don't disbelieve him.
You'd have to catch him first. I don't think you're doing anything.
I have my ways. Oh. Reaches for a goblet of wine and fills it all the way up. Drains it, fills it all the way up again, and sits on the table next to him.
I respect him.
So you're gonna take some time off?
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of weeks until I'm fighting fit enough.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I can't thank you enough. I already heard. How have you been?
Wait, what have you heard?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
No, you don't get away with that.
We don't
fancy.
trust like that,
No.
Damon.
What have you heard?
No, it's not something I can talk to you about.
What's that mean?
It's a thing that I'm not allowed to talk to you about.
From who?
From nobody.
Who's nobody?
I'll nudge his leg.
That's not convincing me to talk about it. Don't be giving me that look.
Come on.
No, you're not even here.
You three saviors. You three favorite Delphos students.
No, it's fine. He doesn't want to talk to us. We're not good enough.
What's the Delphos? Never heard of it.
Uh-huh.
It's a school.
What's the school?
Never heard of that either.
Never heard of it.
Never once.
We're fine, we just came back from a contract.
Oh,
Yeah. Kelpies.
Kelpies.
Mm.
And a demon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. She was awful.
She was.
She was hot.
Shh.
What?
She nearly got you.
Yeah, I know. That was awful, but you can appreciate.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, but you could.
I'll go for a demon if they were hot.
Right?
Ugh.
Man. I don't even see why you three need to be in school. Sounds like you got your shit together already.
We've got to pass the exams first.
Or you could just not.
Or we could.
Waste all that time that we've been studying?
Yeah.
You still know the stuff, don't you?
Yeah, but we don't have the certificate at the end to say that we do know it.
Certificate. I'm gonna have a certificate in anything in my life.
Well, look at all your trophies, Mr. Gladiator Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they didn't give you the trophy, where's the evidence?
Exactly.
In my heart.
Yeah, that's for you to know, and then no one else will know.
If it was all in your heart, you wouldn't be the Lion of Erran, would you?
No.
Alright.
We just bullying this poor injured guy right now? Is that what we're doing?
No, we're making it very easy.
He's making it really easy.
Malachi's like, keep going. This is fun.
Do you guys not get to do this with him?
Oh. Yeah, we like to bully him a lot.
I feel like they do it with each other, just generally.
Oh, it's just banter, yeah.
Damon is a particularly easy target.
Yeah, he's a big softie.
Shut up. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
And speaking of Big Softy, how's your little one getting on?
Yeah, kind of.
He's good. Yeah.
Good.
He's bad with his mom. Won't see him for a while, but he's good.
How often do you see him?
Maybe once a month. It's fine. My lifestyle doesn't really,
Well, I mean, he was loving it.
Yeah, he was excited.
Yeah, his mom doesn't like him going to see too many of those shows, says it's too violent. I mean, there's hundreds of kids in the audience, but
It's not real.
well, some of it's
Well, you know what I mean. It's not like you're actually killing things.
yeah, sometimes.
It's constructs usually.
I mean, we actually killed something.
I mean, yeah, but come on. You know what I mean. They're
Yeah,
not
she's
killing each
particularly
other.
mad at me because of that. Like it's my fault somehow.
Well, I guess it can't be great for a kid to see their dad beat up like that.
No, bit embarrassing.
No, like in the sense that he'd be worried about you.
Mm.
Not that he would think any less of you.
He's a tough kid. He won't worry too much.
He's sweet.
Yeah. Oh, any more weird dreams?
No.
Thankfully, no.
No.
Well, I mean, not like that sort of weird dream anyway.
Wait, are you having weird dreams?
No.
That was a very
That sounded very much like my no earlier.
yeah.
Nothing. Like, everyone has weird dreams.
Okay. Yeah, but like, we've been having weird dreams.
Okay, but like, not that sort of weird dream. Like
Normal weird dreams.
Normal weird dreams. We're
Okay.
allowed to have normal weird dreams.
I don't know anymore.
I don't know. I feel like as long as you guys aren't in my dream, it's fine to have that dream.
Wow.
No offense.
No, I completely agree. If I don't see you three when I'm sleeping, that's great for me.
Right?
I wouldn't be offended if you were in my dreams. Just so you know.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know how to feel about that, Icarus.
Okay. Trying to be nice.
Trying.
Yeah, like I mean that in the nicest possible way. But stay out of my dreams with that.
Yeah, that goes for you three too. Now, Tadpole, you're around.
You got the money.
Nope.
Even the money you made on the bet?
We spent all our money on bee potions.
Shit, yeah, we did.
How much is around?
Like 2 silver?
Okay, I can get it. How much silver's in the gold?
10.
Okay, I can get it. I'll go get the round. Oh my god, just so many god! So you have 8 silver left! Nerd. This is not a problem we have as the Dawnbringers! Nope. Astra with his 500 gold. Astra and Icarus is just like, woo! Think how opposite can I make this character to Astra? Yay! Feel like you're revealing backstory, you've got no money.
Well, I figured you could afford it, seeing as you got all the drinks last time too.
You did do that.
Yeah, I know. No, you'll go and get the drinks. No. And then come back with them.
When you go over to the bar, you try and pay, and the bartender's like, "No, it's on a tab on the wall. Don't worry about it."
Money back.
David's just giving you like the dirtiest grin, just like.
Oh my god. Son of a bitch.
You drink on through the afternoon. Probably don't get too smashed, but
A little tipsy.
a little bit tipsy. And eventually they sort of pry themselves out of their chairs and they're like, okay, we really have to go back to training. They're going to stop paying for stuff if we spend all day drinking and not working out, so they say their goodbyes, unless there's anything else you're doing.
Just wishing them all well and
Yeah, the gladiators say their goodbyes. Erran gives you another hug. And offers either of you a hug if you want it.
Yeah. Sure.
Gives you big hug with the wings, and then folds them away before he goes out into the street so that nobody knows his secret if they haven't seen him at the Colosseum.
We should, like, I know we didn't really get to talk all that much, so like, maybe another time?
Another time would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like that. Alright, I will see you later. And he is going to help Damon back across the road to the Colosseum.
Does it feel like Orion might have a thing for Pandora, or is it just like a, tieflings, this is nice?
Make an insight check.
Icarus will find out all of Pandora's crushes.
Oh my god! No, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12?
You don't know the guy, you've got no idea how he responds if he has a crush. You can't just assume everyone who's friendly to Pandora wants to have a relationship with Pandora.
I'm allowed friends, man! You are. But also, you.
Orion equally smiled at all of you.
I know.
Icarus is suspicious.
Not suspicious, he's just like, I want to set my friend up.
Suspicious.
With more. Does Pandora notice this facial expression?
Make an insight check.
You ignore my pun, you start rolling insight checks against each other.
16. Icarus is not subtle. You see him looking between you and Orion suspiciously.
What? What?
Bye.
Bye!
Do you have wings?
No! That's kind of rude to ask.
I was just asking because he keeps them hidden, and
Yeah, so?
I didn't know if it was a tiefling thing.
It is for some tieflings, not for all.
Huh. You were the first tiefling I've ever met.
Okay.
I had no idea.
Well, some tieflings have wings, some don't. Some have like fangs, some don't. Or at least so I understand.
You're all kind of a little bit different depending on ancestry, right?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Like,
Tieflings are so cool.
Yeah.
like I've never met another tiefling before. I'm sorry if this is like
No,
weird for you guys, but like
No,
this is really cool for me.
No, it is cool. So what are your sisters like?
They're kind of like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said your mom?
Yeah. We're all kind of similar.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Not met. Well, there's a lot of sort of, I guess, races and types of folk that I didn't really meet until coming to the mainland. So
And I'm sure there's a bunch that we don't really have in Erran at all.
Yeah.
yeah, to be fair, pretty goblinoid dense,
Yeah. We should really be getting back.
I guess.
It is late afternoon now. Any classes that you would have had would be over by now.
Classes. What
Classes.
are we doing our final exam? So
Yeah, that's the thing. We need to find out about the second task.
if they'll tell us anything.
And then there's written exams to be revising for as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess maybe we should all go back and have a little study evening or something. I need to look at that knife and those boots.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
See what shiny things you got out of them.
Yeah. Just take a look, see what's going on.
Yeah.
We will be
You,
back.
yeah, you make your way back to the academy, chatting amongst yourselves. Icarus probably feeling a little bit lighter than you did earlier. You're walking the steps, talking about what you're going to do to study. Should you all go to the library? You're going to look at those items. As soon as you get inside, you see Citra marching straight up to the door, and she's like, "There you are. Hi.
Hey.
3 of you come with me, please.
What have we done?
You haven't done anything. Just don't worry about that. Just come with me, please."
Pandora's worrying. Stressed. What have we done?
She has quite a grim expression on her face.
Is anything that's maybe something that's I don't. I mean, she's my mentor.
Yeah, but we all need to go.
Oh, okay. Just don't worry about it. Sister's fine.
As you follow her through, like across the courtyard, through one of the corridors of the school, she doesn't say anything else. Leads you to a quiet practice room in one of the back buildings. It's got one big mirrored wall, and in there waiting is the Domina, Octavia.
Sweats.
She is silently, like half sat on one of the tables, just observing. Alexandra and Aurelio, who you would have had as a master of the necromantic arts.
What's the name? Sorry again?
Aurelio.
Aurelio.
Aurello. Aurelio is a tall hobgoblin, well over 6 foot, short dark beard styled into a point, dark hair neatly plaited all the way down his back. He's got quite a strict demeanour, and you would know from having him as a master that he rarely smiles, always quite serious about his work. He's wearing a dark pallor and has a green crystal, like arcane focus, hanging around his neck.
Aurelio.
Citra just stops watching there and turns to you and says, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
The 3 of you okay after your contract?"
Yeah.
Yeah, as well as can be.
Yeah, it went well and we got everything done that we could.
Exactly.
I will hand you over to Master Eshholm then. And she goes and stands with Octavia. Alexander is just like, sorry to spring this on the 3 of you like this.
What's going on?
We're here to talk about what you saw with your invisibility spell. We've been discussing and looking into it over the last couple of days while you've been away from the school. And I believe I found a way to... Citra has explained to me that you're not entirely convinced.
I don't understand how that could be a thing.
Well, I think I've found a way to prove it or disprove it. So at least we can dismiss the thought entirely and say that perhaps it was something strange to do with the labyrinth itself, or we can prove it and see where to go from there.
I promise I wouldn't have lied. I just told you what I saw. And I don't want to upset you, Thomas.
It is what it is. Just do what you want to do.
Yes, you're willing to proceed?
Yeah.
Okay. Pandora, would you help me?
Blushes. Of course.
Okay. And he explains to you that he needs help setting out a glyph on the floor of the classroom. All the tables have already been moved back into corners and stuff, and over the next sort of 10-15 minutes he hands you components and gives you guidance on where he needs you to mark a 10-foot radius essentially filled with symbols of divination and warding.
She will follow his instructions to the letter.
Sort of a tense silence over the room apart from this quiet conversation between the two of them as they set this up on the floor.
Just stood near Maze with my arm against their arm. Just quiet support.
Isn't really reacting.
Once you're finished, Alexandra thanks you for helping, asks you to step aside, lights a few candles around it, and double checks something with Aurelio, and then asks, Maze, would you please step onto the glyph?
Yeah. Do that.
As you step onto the glyph, magic shimmers around you. A few moments pass with nothing happening at all. For slowly you start to see the faint, ethereal shapes of limbs wrapped around your shoulders and neck, clutching at your chest as this same figure forms over Maze's back that you saw before, but revealed by this glyph of the same spell to the entire room.
That's it, that's what I saw, that's it.
Maze, you turn your head and you find yourself immediately making eye contact with two dark, sullen eyes staring out of a pale face, a motionless expression. You look across the room at the large mirror and you can see the creature dangling off your shoulders. Where its body should stretch down to the floor, you see torn, half-eaten flesh and entrails hanging down in place of lower limbs. You recognise what scraps of clothing appear to remain on the spirit as clothing from your hometown in Fushima. There is a tense silence amongst everyone in the room as you realise everyone is seeing this.
Like, all the colour from their faces is just gone and they're just, like, staring in complete disbelief at this figure in the mirror. Okay, so what now?
Raylo steps forward, not onto the glyph, just close enough to look properly. This is interesting. I've not seen anything like this before personally in my career.
Do you think you can detach it?
I can try. Can you hear us? The spirit doesn't seem to respond as if it can hear you.
Does it seem to have noticed that we can now see
It
it?
definitely seems to have noticed that you're looking at it. It's like turning its head to look at the people in the room who are looking at it, as it was with you in the labyrinth. But it doesn't make any sort of movement of recognition that it can hear what's being said.
From what I can see of its face, it's not like anyone I recognise or anything.
You don't recognise the face, no. You can tell it's definitely someone native of your area,
Yeah.
but not someone that you know. Aurelio tests a few things and then sort of stands back, strokes his beard. I would believe the reason the creature can't be communicated with or seen by the naked eye is it exists only in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
There's a couple of things I can think to suggest. I would first suggest we perhaps try and remove it as though it's a curse, just in case.
Well, I can do that.
Alexandra looks at you and is like, I think that would be a good idea. If Maisie would be comfortable with your friend trying.
Yeah, sure.
You can step onto the cliff, don't worry, it won't hurt you.
Okay. Pandora will sort of step into the circle and onto the glyph, like in front of Maze. Maze, I need to touch you to do this, is that okay?
Yeah. Just do it.
It's not going to hurt.
I know.
She holds her hands on either side of Maze's face and closes her eyes, like muttering incantations, and sort of sends out a wave of energy as she casts Remove Curse.
A shimmer of green light expels from Pandora's hands for a second, washes over Maze, and when everyone's eyes adjust back to the darkened room, the spirit's still there.
Okay.
Right. Aurelio still stroking his beard, I didn't imagine that would be the case, but it was worth trying just in case it was something. We can perhaps try to dispel it, as would be the case in spiritual possession.
Don't really feel confident on that one.
It's okay, I can carry that one out. If you would be comfortable.
I don't care what you do, just do it.
Okay. You see Aurelio take out a small flask of holy water and pour it over his hands, mix it with some powdered silver, and then, muttering incantations to himself, reaches out and touches you on the shoulder. There is again another flash of light, this time more bright sort of sparks of white and blue, and as it comes down, the spirit is still there.
Like, does it need to be banished, or?
I am more concerned at that. I'm unsure how to proceed here. If this spirit, and I am sure it is one, is not cursing or possessing Maze,
It's just existing.
I'm concerned there's a deeper cause for it.
I'm fine. Like, there's not... I couldn't put a pin on when something like this would have happened to me, but I've always been fine.
How long have your shoulders been hurting?
How do you remember something like that, Icarus?
I don't know.
Take your time. It's okay.
I can try something, maybe.
If there's something you think you can try, please go ahead.
So Icarus will pull out his holy symbol to cord, step up behind Maze, and just sort of hold the symbol up against the back of the spirit that's attached to Maze, and just pray quietly to cord for it to release Maze and go on into its life. And I will cast Destroy Undead.
You use it, you feel that same surge of divine energy that you garner from Cord, like surging through your body as you did in the labyrinth, and wrapping again over the spirit, but it doesn't move, it doesn't dissipate. Maze, at this point you feel it, you see the arms tighten around you, and you feel the pain in your shoulder.
Can we leave this?
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Does it seem to know that we're doing this to it? Like, does it react at all when we cast any of these spells?
There isn't a huge reaction, but it's clearly watching, and perhaps just like a slight widening of the eyes and studying what you're doing. It doesn't appear to be hurting it in any way. Like, it doesn't look like you're doing damage to the spirit, but it's aware that something is being done. See, this The problem is that whilst ghosts can usually only affect people whilst they're on the material plane or someone is on the ethereal plane, this appears to be a permanent connection between the two, with Maze on the material plane and this spirit not. Perhaps in the border ethereal, as it stays put on Maze. If you could walk around the glyph.
Yeah, just walk around a little bit.
It stays put firmly anchored onto Maze.
Like, could it become dangerous to Maze? Like cause any detrimental effects to them?
Listen, I've been off of Vishima for like, what, 6 years now? I've had it that long. It's obviously one of ours.
Like, do you know, like, you mentioned like there's a lot of ghost stories in Vishima.
Yeah, we have ghost stories, we have monster stories, we have all sorts of cautionary tales to keep people safe, and
Anything like this?
they're just stories, Pandora.
I'm just trying to help you.
It's just warnings. You don't go out in the woods.
One of the most prominent understanding about spirits is that spirits left in the ethereal plane often have unfinished business. They won't pass over. If we could communicate with it, we could find out what it wanted. But in order to do that, I believe you'd have to enter the ethereal plane. It's not a magic that I think anybody at this school knows how to do.
Yeah, that's really advanced level magic.
Then I guess you can have a think about that.
At this point, Octavia, who's been watching very silently, just observing this whole scene, stands up straight. You hear the click of her heels as she crosses over to the cliff. I do know somebody you can speak to.
Oh?
As it stands, I consider this of utmost importance. Whilst you say it hasn't been causing you problems, you cannot say that for sure. And I think we should arrange for you to go and see my contact. There's a man living in the hills southeast of the town of Erran Minorix, who is said to be able to see permanently into the ethereal plane. I think if anyone was to have more information, it would be him. His name is Katelyn. He is not an ally, nor an enemy of Erran, but could be perhaps convinced to lend his knowledge to you, in this case.
Okay.
He can be found in a clearing on the top of one of the hills, marked by a large stone obelisk. This town is quite a journey, I need you to understand. It's over 100 miles. But, considering how pressing this could be, I am both concerned that Maze could be in danger, or the school. I will not be allowing the three of you to continue your exams until this is resolved. Understand?
Understood.
Okay.
We can arrange transport to Erran Minorix tomorrow on a ship, in order to get you there quickly, and provide you a small budget to care for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
This is more than agreeable. Anything to help Maze.
Hasagawa, I need you to take this issue seriously.
Sure.
We'll do what we can.
Good. In which case, I think there is nothing else we can do right now. Let us arrange that transport for you, and the three of you should get a good night's sleep.
We will.
For the time being, probably best that you don't spread this information to anybody else in the school.
No. While we have you here, have you heard anything more about that figure on the roof that we asked one of the other tutors about?
Master Erran did pass on the information. We have someone looking into it.
Okay.
If there's anything we think you need to know, we'll let you know.
Yes, ma'am.
The 3 of you are dismissed.
Thank you.
She leaves the room at this point. Aurelio in tow. Citra comes over to you. And as Alexandra dismisses the glyph so that you don't have to look anymore, Citra comes over to you and just puts a hand on your arm.
We should go sleep.
You know where I am if you need anything.
I know. Appreciate it.
It goes for all of you.
You're not on your own in this maze.
That's besides the point.
What is the point then?
Doesn't matter. We should go sleep.
Okay.
Alexander busies himself tidying up the room.
Pandora helps him.
Thanks you for the help, and then as he's close to finishing, just like, go, rest.
Okay.
And don't worry about your exams. You'll be back on them before long.
I'm not worried about that.
He squeezes your shoulder. Off you go.
Come on.
The 3 of you head back out into the quad, into the courtyard.
I don't know about you guys, but I need a bath.
I'm sweating.
I'm sweating.
You still smell like horse.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Come on. I might loosen you up a bit.
Okay.
Out of your head. I was in my head earlier and that sucked, so.
Fine. Just
Yeah, I know you're fine. So let's go, bathe, relax.
okay, Icarus.
You head on over to the school bathhouse.
What?
This is like a long room. It's got 2 or 3 different baths, like nice cream stone floors that look somewhat marble, and columns around it. And you can hear constant running water through the baths, keeping them nice and fresh. And like shelves of different scented oils and stuff around them. Nothing too luxury, but enough that you can have a relaxing experience in the baths. It's getting quite late, so they are thankfully empty. You have the lodge room to yourselves.
Nice.
Nice. Go for a dip.
Hell yeah.
Little dip.
Slide on into the hot water. Drop a few oils in it and foam slightly.
Just the, just clothes. Yay!
It's almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty, just
Your little fronds.
into the water on the bottom.
I'm gonna practice holding my breath. Angrily, just like.
If you're under the water trying to hold your breath, Icarus just like, you're doing really well, you know?
Doesn't answer.
You're gonna take out.
Blah, 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 blah.
Pandora sort of kicks the water before getting in.
Get above the water so I can see where your eyes are.
Gets in the water here. Takes off the towel.
I want to look at you.
Well, I don't know.
I just like being in the water. On my back, float.
Pandora applying those oils and scraping it off with one of those like strigil things.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that from like year 2 history.
Little gills just like breathing. Oh, you can actually see his scar now as well, which would run from this part of his back, like his shoulder, diagonally across, like over his right set of gills. Like, so they're a little bit shredded at the back and down to his hip. It's big and it's gnarly. And it's old.
Oh boy.
But he looks happy being in water again.
It's valid.
No kelpies here.
Please.
No.
No kelpies here.
Splash face. Come on, we're like 2 minutes.
Yeah, doesn't really want to talk right now.
That's fair. Icarus to talk at them.
Or else we'll just stew in the bath for a while.
Yeah. You can spend some time stewing in the bath. Then when you're thoroughly, what was Bobham's word?
Marinated.
Marinated. When you're thoroughly marinated like chickens, you bid your farewells to each other for the evening and head back to your separate dorms.
I would like to spend the evening with the boots and the knife.
Yes. Okay, 1 second. So you return to your rooms and Maze, you sit down for a moment, decompress slightly, and then take out your 2 magical items.
Time to vibe.
You work on the dagger for a bit. When it's getting annoying, you move on to the boots, which you are able to just identify. These are boots of elven kind. These boots, your steps make no sound regardless of the surface you're moving across.
Yes.
You have an advantage on all stealth checks relying on moving silently.
Oh my god!
Putting that in my inventory right away!
No one's ever gonna see Maze again.
No! Never again!
Oh, Maze is gonna step into another plane. Bye! The Feywild.
Fight the ghost.
Hell yes.
I hate that it says adventuring gear, wondrous item, feet.
Wondrous feet.
Wondrous feet.
They look silly. They don't look like that on me.
No, I don't imagine they look like that on the Griffin jacket
No.
either. Maybe like that, but like brown leather, but not a leaf.
No.
Eventually, I won't make you roll any more checks because you've got all the rest of the entire evening
Yes.
for the dagger.
To distract myself with knife.
You use your whetstone and you tediously clean off all the rust and the blackened metal from where it was struck by lightning. And you come to realise that what you're looking at is definitely a relic from prehistory. It doesn't match with any history that you've studied, and you've all had to take history at this school for the past however many years. You recognise like shapes in it which are basically attributed to prehistorical cultures. And you understand this is an attunement dagger. Without attunement it's +1. And can be used as a bonus action after casting a spell. The damage type on the dagger is magical. With attunement, just technically, with attunement, the damage type can be altered to match the damage of the last cast spell. So, for example, if you cast a firebolt as an action, that you can then do piercing or fire damage with the dagger. Dagger also provides the user with a once per dawn ability to cast spell Fog Cloud. This spell is centered on the dagger and lasts for an hour or until dismissed as a free action, or the dagger is dropped and doesn't require concentration.
Pandora's gonna love you. Just put it on the side.
I will tell you what to look for on D&D Beyond because I want to give you the rest of the lore that you wouldn't get through studying it in your hands.
Ooh.
This is called the Sea Blade of the Ocean Nymph.
Oh shit, that's
an ocean
cool.
nymph called Ianthe.
Hang on. Oh god, that's cool. Hang on. I know it's currently in your
I know.
possession.
I will
That's in my
give it to you the next
inventory.
day.
And we will roleplay that exchange at some point
We shall. Well, tomorrow.
tomorrow.
In game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sea Blade
Hang
is
on.
one word.
Say that again, sorry.
Sea blade is one word. That's sick.
Sea Blade of the Ocean Nymph. That's fucking rad.
Spell and stab.
I thought you'd come up with that.
I have.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh shit. No, I want it. Where are you?
I don't think you.
That's
put it
Sea
in.
Blade. I want it. I want it.
Right, and I will set that to one side, and then I'm just going to try and spend the rest of the evening before I go to sleep trying to figure out a timeline of when this could have possibly happened to me, because I'm angry.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
12.
12. Okay. You focus your mind. You try and hone in on your memories in Vishima. And you can only pick up one small flicker of time where you're like uncertain of what was happening around you. It's like a time that you're not particularly clear on, somewhat close to you leaving Vishima, but like the contents of what you're not clear on, like you can't even wrap your head around what it is that you don't know. You just have this frustrating sensation that there's like just
A gap.
a small gap, yeah, not a large one, just a very small gap that whilst you don't remember everything that happens every single day, that is a point that you remember not remembering, and it frustrated you before and you seem to have let it slip from your mind.
And we'll just try and go to sleep.
Pandora is going to be sitting in her room, thinking on stuff that's been happening the last few days, like things that Avra said, dreams she's been having, and is just very much missing her family.
Oh, baby.
So she sort of sits in bed with Puck on her shoulder, looking at portraits of her sisters and her mum and dad, and she's going to cast Sending at her dad.
Oh.
Hi Dad, it's Dora. Got accepted for final exams. First one down, went well. I have a great team. Love you. Miss you so much.
There's a moment of silence, and then you hear your father's voice come back to you in your head. Dora, honey, I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to tell your sisters, my darling. If you need anything, let your old dad know.
She sits and cries in bed for a while.
Oh.
She misses him so much. Yeah, and then she'll sort of just go to sleep like that, I think.
Oh, baby girl.
Icarus, are you doing anything before sleep?
Avoiding Loracai and just going to bed.
Okay.
Just avoiding anywhere he might be and just being like,
I'm looking away.
and walking straight
Never
to bed.
mind.
The three of you get to sleep eventually, whether you sit there and take a moment first or whether you just dive under the covers and hide. Eventually you sleep. You get your long rests. Thankfully, dreamlessly. The morning rolls around. Icarus, I assume you wake bright and early to go for a run.
Jogging!
You see Loracai in the corridor and just
Turn around!
yeet your way through the school so he doesn't see you.
To a Grandpa Simpson.
I do it like through a window. Sorry, Icarus isn't here.
Oh, Scott.
Yeah, you just missed him.
You go for your run. You notice on the way back someone up on the roof fixing roof tiles. You head back inside and you see Loracai again in a different bit of the school.
Christ! He shouldn't be up this early. What's he doing? It's like 5:30. Go to bed, old man.
You think you've escaped him for a second, and then you hear Icarus.
You know you're avoiding him.
Shit! Hi!
I didn't see you yesterday when you got back.
Lots was happening, sorry. Got caught up with, Maze's thing.
Okay,
Went well.
good. You seem chipper.
I'm always chipper.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to join me for breakfast?
So stressful. We're getting a boat today, so I'm not sure what time that's gonna be, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to. If you got plans with your friends, I understand.
No. It's fine, no. Sure.
You're being very weird.
Tired. Didn't sleep well.
Well, why are you up this early?
It's habit.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Gonna, like,
Why are you
knock you in the head.
Ah!
Not hard, just sort of tap you in the head. He will
Yes.
pull your ear, but he doesn't want to pull your fragile ear.
I'm sort of like, ah! Why are you up so early? You're never up this early.
Because I was hoping I would catch you when you went for your morning run. It worked.
You're paying for breakfast. I don't have money.
I was gonna make breakfast
Oh, okay.
in the apartment.
Okay, either way. This is going great. I'm so frazzled right now.
It leads you up to essentially the set of rooms that he lives in, that you shared with him before you joined the school for a couple of years. Like a small kind of, it's bigger than Damon's place, but like bedroom, second bedroom for you, like a long sort of living area with kitchen and stuff like that, and then a bathroom. He just opens the door, lets himself in, doesn't wait for you to come in and close the door. It's just familiar, and starts making breakfast. And as he makes breakfast, grills you on the contract. So how was it?
Yeah, it was good. We came across a demon of some kind.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna tell me more about that, or you?
Sure. She potentially. Yes. She potentially killed or got rid of a temple person that was going over to that town from here, and inserted herself in as a face.
A temple person? Are you sure you're okay?
Keep digging that hole, boy.
Icarus, you're a temple person.
This is the Carmen was priest.
A cleric.
God, sorry, can I stop that?
No, I liked that. That was
Keep it
in. You can start again if you want to.
No, it's fine.
Okay, a temple person?
Cleric.
Yeah.
Cleric. Kind of frazzled. She confused me, consoled me for. Listen, everything was a lot.
She confused you?
Yeah.
Is there something you need to talk about?
No, it's all good.
You sure?
Yeah, no.
Because we can have that kind of conversation if you need it. You're a bit old. I kind of figured the.
I'm not that kind of confused. She put a spell on me.
Oh, see, you need to be more clear about these things.
You think I need to have?
Well, you're blushing.
Yeah, because this is a very weird conversation right now. It's fine. It was kelpies, okay?
What, the demon?
No! The demon was kelpies! The demon was this... Kelpies were what were in... India.
That's Pandora. Okay, look, I'm putting you on the spot. I know I'm making this worse for you.
Yeah.
Sit down and have a tea.
Okay. I feel like he does this on the regular.
Yes.
Do you have a tea and maybe you calm down?
I feel like the demon is kind of a big problem.
That's what I thought too. Maze might have made a deal.
You've not!
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. We tried to stop them, but they shook her hand. So.
Okay.
Listen, he's really stressed right now.
I really don't want to get expelled because of this.
Maze is in trouble.
Okay. I'm sure that will be detailed into your report on the contract.
No. Because we will deal with it.
Is this being casually left out? Like you casually not telling anybody you got into a fight with those students. This is a bad habit, Icarus. That's why I wanted to find you this morning. I know exactly who you got into a fight with. You can't keep these things from me.
I told you it wasn't important.
It's important to me. As your guardian, I don't want you getting in fights, let alone with other students. Especially not in the streets. Okay?
I know. I didn't mean for it to be anything. It just...
There's something dangerous happening in Erran, and I don't know what it is.
What do you mean?
This is completely confidential, okay?
Okay.
When we came back from the labyrinth, a student was brought in to the infirmary.
Yeah. With a... like, shield around so no one could see.
They were not in a good state. And couldn't explain why. Something had happened to them somewhere in the streets of Erran. I want you to be incredibly careful, okay? I don't want anything happening to you. I don't want to lose you, I don't want you to get hurt. I'm glad that you're heading out of the city again because...
Because what?
Because I don't know what's going on. And I don't like that.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of stuff's happening right now, huh?
It's the way of things. But unfortunately, it seems like a lot of stuff happening right now you're getting caught up in. And this is one thing I don't want you getting caught up in. You're adult now and I can't protect you in the same way I could. So I have to trust you to be making responsible choices and looking after yourself when I can't be there.
You know I will.
And you won't keep anything else from me, yeah? Please?
Sure.
Okay. Eat your breakfast.
Sweats.
He seems to cheer up after that. And just idly chit-chats about what lessons he's planning and stuff like that, completely distracted from the conversation now he's had it.
Sweats.
Oh boy.
He finishes up breakfast. And then is like, right, I've got to get to lessons. And you have a boat to catch.
Yeah.
So, hang on. He's going to give you 10 gold.
An allowance. Your bee gold has been given back to you.
Thanks.
Don't tell anyone I'm giving you this, okay? Everyone's going to want an allowance from their mentor.
I don't think that's... Can I have a hug?
Yeah, always. I thought you didn't want to do hugs anymore.
Shut up.
He gives you a big hug.
Big hug.
So he heads off to class. You're left stood in this room that you grew up in for several years. You two, what are you doing?
May as well get up at 6 like they normally do. Probably goes out for a long walk just to think about things. Come to some decisions. And we'll just go back to the school, gather their stuff and wait for the allotted time to meet up with everyone.
Okay. Pandora?
Would also be up early. Would be just revising in bed, looking at pictures of family again, and then probably getting dressed, getting ready to go.
the three of you meet up in the entrance hall of the school again. You're given a permission slip again to buy any supplies that you need, and told that you're looking for a ship called the Orcadia. It will be down at the halfway harbour, expecting you.
When we get to the ship, there's some stuff I want to talk to you guys about.
Okay.
And we've got some privacy.
Sure.
But first, Pandora, this
Yeah?
is for you. Get out the dagger, the fancy dagger and pass it over. Finally finished cleaning it up last night, but it'll be much more use to you than it will to me.
It's really nice looking. It looks old.
Yeah, it's like some sort of ancient relic.
Should I really be using this? Like, should it not be in a museum or something?
No, Pandora, it's going to be of use to you. Like, from what I understand, you can cast a spell and then channel like the element of that spell into a strike with the knife.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And like, you sure you don't want it?
I can't cast spells, Pandora.
Oh, like, you're the one who likes the pointy things.
Yeah, I've got 2 full swords. I don't need a toothpick. But it's a very magical toothpick.
Thank you for my toothpick.
You're welcome, but give it a cooler name than that.
Yeah, I'll need to think of something.
You might have to attune to it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
There'll be time
Yeah,
while
exactly.
we're traveling, I'm sure. But thank you so much.
Awesome.
This is exciting. She will put it in her belt with her spell components.
Cute.
Nice.
Should we see if we need to pick anything up then?
Yeah, like, could do with maybe a couple more potions. and stuff like
What's
that.
some more debt, huh?
What's some more debt?
exactly.
So, for expediency's sake,
Yeah.
what would you like to buy?
Let's get another, not the regular potion of healing, greater healing potion, and if I can, some studded leather armor.
Yeah, I would say studded leather armor is fairly common enough that you'd be able to find some. The shop is quite snooty and will only give you a 5 gold discount. For your
Rude.
particularly because, like, they're bothered that Delphos won't upgrade their armor for all the students, and therefore they're a bit funny about giving you a discount. But
Sure.
they'll give it to you for 40 gold.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just adding back onto my debt.
Yeah, 40 gold on the armor, greater healing potion. Anything else for you two?
Guess I want to see if there's any. No, I won't. Place the best armor I can get, isn't it? Even if it gives me a disadvantage.
Well, you can upgrade to plate. You have scale mail right now.
Oh, I have
but
scale.
Plate is expensive.
Okay.
Like hundreds and hundreds of gold's worth of expensive.
I have 10.
Yeah.
Then it'll be a
Like you could take on the
for
debt, but you've just upgraded your armor.
Yeah, there's no point. Okay.
I have 1 potion of healing and 1 greater healing potion.
Okay.
I might just get another potion of healing.
There's
Just a regular one. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess more rations.
Yeah, I won't add on to your debt for that.
Thank you. I've got 4 healing potions.
4.
Why?
Because you did find. You
Found
found at least
one.
1.
Yeah.
We had 2 each that we bought the first
I'll
time.
just remove one then. Or I've used one as well. Or is it a greater healing one?
I think you used a greater.
You used
But
the
I
greater.
think you used one of your. I think you used a regular potion of healing in the last fight that we did, unless that was the greater one.
That I believe that.
That was the greater one.
Okay. Now maybe, yeah. You
No,
would
sure,
have
yeah,
had
three.
2, and then
Surely.
we found some.
You found 1 in the labyrinth and you found 1 somewhere else. So I think that's right.
We'll
Oh,
be
4 should be right then.
Yeah.
I think so. So Pandora, a regular potion.
Yeah.
Icarus not buying anything?
No, I want more debt.
Do you want to buy some torches, considering...
Yeah, please.
We do have the fancy torch as well.
I do, but I'd
I've-
like one for myself too.
Yeah, I've still got my lantern, which obviously isn't
And
going to
you've
go
got
away.
4 things of oil
And I've
now.
got 4 things of oil, so that's like 16 hours worth of light.
hmm So we're just going to have studded leather armor and a greater healing potion, 10 torches, and a lesser healing potion. Okay. I will add that to your debt.
I want
Yay!
more debt.
You've already got the most debt.
I want
You
more.
have so much debt.
Later. Get more debt later.
You're also able to, on the school's budget that doesn't get added to your debt, make sure that you have like blankets, rations, water for
Sure.
the trip. So you quickly do a round of the Imperial Plaza shops and collect all of that for yourselves.
We're not going to need horses on this mission, are we?
No.
boat horses.
Boat horse.
Do I need to buy crossbow bolts?
No, like ammunition would also be included in what
Okay.
you can just pick up on the school's budget. Seeing as they're sending you out there to do that, it'd be a bit rubbish for them to send you without ammunition in your weapons. Yeah, so if there's nothing else you want to buy in particular, you head on down to the halfway harbour.
I wanted debt.
Got plenty debt.
It's another, like, basically the distance from the front gates of Erran to the school, twice more. This is right at the other end. But you make your way down there. You can see the huge crenellated limestone walls around the outside of the city. You can smell the sea air as you approach. And the two pillars leading down to the harbour, it's like open space between them, and you can see down to the ocean of red sails and wooden masts. And beyond that you can see the sea walls, which enclose the entire harbour with huge gates. Erran's historical defence from sea attack. It's busy at this time of day in the morning, full of merchants, full of travellers, sailors, Irani navy. But you make your way down there between flags. You can hear the lines of the ships beating against the wood in the wind, and the seagulls overhead.
Are there any like just ships around that I would know?
If you're looking in particular, you might, if you think you know sailors around here. But there's a huge flood of ships.
Okay.
Most of them just belonging to merchants or the navy. Walking ahead, you can see on the sea gates like this massive, colossal bronze portcullis spanning over it, and a complicated set of banners which are being raised and lowered to let signal to ships when they're allowed to come through. And you make your way down to a smaller part of the harbour where you're looking for merchant ships, and where you find the Orcadia. The Orcadia is a small merchant vessel with a similar design to a classic trireme warship, the Grecian warships with the curve at the front. On a far smaller scale, just one banker board sliding out the side of its hull, black and white eye painted on either side of the bow, which is not a tradition elsewhere, but you would know that here in Erran it's considered good luck to have the eyes on the front of your ship watching the ocean as you sail. And it's got a large cream and green striped sail. You're greeted by an air ganassi. They introduce themselves as Io. They are lithe and willowy and totally androgynous, standing just under 6 foot. They have purplish hair with an undercut styled up into a bun.
Nice.
And the hair sticking out of it floats almost of its own accord.
Hell yeah.
They've got grey pupilless eyes almost looking white, and their white skin is littered with large and distinctive lavender patches, some of which are translucent or pearlescent. Dressed in a billowy wide tunic cinched at the waist, with pouches of spell components attached around it, and harem-style pants cut up the sides to expose their thighs. A lapis lazuli amulet hangs around their neck. They introduce themselves. Hi, I'm Io.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Io.
Icarus.
Nice.
Pandora.
Nice to meet all three of you. We're traveling with us, I guess.
Yeah.
Not
Taking us.
no problem. I'm not in charge, but I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you.
You can make yourself comfortable on the ship. Coming up, sailors.
Yeah.
No.
Not really.
Been on many boats.
Yeah.
One.
Okay, well, let's hope you find your sea legs. They help you up onto the ship. Icarus, you're able to deftly hop up, and you find yourselves on this like beautifully waxed wooden deck with like various barrels of different stuff being shipped around as well. Various other crew running around. You see a couple of small goblins running back and forth. They are getting ropes ready and stuff, and you see where the oars are, which take 1 man each to row these oars. They just about are able to reach the oars.
Full body experience.
And up in what is it's not a captain's chair on these vessels, it's a chair usually given to whoever has rented the ship for passage in order to direct it at the back of the ship. In it lounges a lion figure, like a humanoid lion figure.
Oh my
With
god!
a large mane.
Yes!
A deep set scar on one side of his face, in like traditional seafaring tunic, loose pants, lounging back, legs out, tail flicking. And you know this is a Leonin. I'm really excited to share this new race for Icarus.
Yes.
And
Tabaxi was bigger. Big Tabaxi.
To big seat.
buff Tabaxi.
Yes.
Io gestures up to him and says, "That's Timoleon."
Is he like the captain?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of.
Kind of.
No one's the captain
But he's in charge?
today.
Is someone else in charge tomorrow?
Probably.
Okay.
You know, that's usually where the person that just directs the ship, so he might be just taking it's not where the captain sits, that's where the Voyager sits to direct where they want to go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so it's probably he's not his ship at all.
So heading off to Eris.
Moran. Yeah.
Let's get going. Get yourselves comfortable.
Yes.
You will be sleeping tonight down in the bunk room. Just grab any hammock you want.
Sure.
How long is the journey?
Oh, it's just over the length we can make in one day. So I'd say tomorrow before lunch we'll be there.
Okay.
That's a good time.
I think that's the longest I've ever been on a ship.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, get comfy. Come on, mangy sea dogs. And cats. See the Leonin at the top. Timoleon does not look impressed with that statement. The Air Genasi finds a crate to sit on, gets comfortable, throws up their feet, gestures for you to do the same.
Pull up a crate, I guess.
Takes a seaty.
You see the crew, there's probably about 10 of them, running back and forth, releasing all the lines, with the oars straight down into the water, pushing their way off, and loosing the green and white sails down. They push their way very carefully, navigating around the other ships in this tight, packed part of the harbour, but sliding out into more open water. And then the oars spread out, and they just, each of them on one, but perfectly in sync, just start heaving and pulling the oars until the wind catches the sail behind them, and you feel from the slow motion of oars to just the ship takes off forward, slides towards the sea gates, and slows slightly to wait their turn. 3 streams of ships coming in and out through this massive portcullis. The right flag goes down, the right flag goes up, and they're sailing out through the sea gates into the open ocean. And ahead of you can just see this mass expanse of water reaching all the way to the horizon line. The midday sun is touching the waves, a golden sparkle across them at every little dip and peak of the water. And the group of them starts to sing a bit of a sea shanty as they move off down the coast.
I will join them in singing.
They take the boat out and they head directly south, moving down the coastline, away from Erran. For all of you, it's been a long time since you saw the city at this sort of angle, looking up at it and this marvellous gates and this spectacle of white and terracotta heading on behind it. The moor in the middle is the tallest building in Erran. And you watch it slowly becoming a small speck on the horizon behind you as the Orcadia heads off down the coast. I think that's where we'll end tonight.
Yeah.
A nice image to end on.
Yeah.
That was so.
We're heading out to sea, guys.
Yeah! Excited!
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
In on the ocean.
Base is haunted.
It's haunted.
No!
Don't shoot me!
Shoot the ghost.
No!
Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Don't bust my ghost!
Got a
Ghost. Maze's haunted.
No! We're gonna deal with this sensibly!
Yeah,
Yeah,
with a gun. Thank you for DMing. Thank
Thank
you.
you guys so much for playing. And thank you so much everyone for clocking in and watching. I would like to thank, because we had some of our first patron created NPCs this week, I would like to thank Angie for IO. And not only that, I would also like to thank I would also like to thank Francesca for Malachi, the gladiator. Thank you so much. Loving these characters already. I know loads and loads of you have got characters to pop up, and they'll be popping up all the time from now on. But yeah, until next time.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
No.
Oh god. Boy.
It's dog. Until next time,
Mr. Menace.
Mr. Menace.
Where my hands have been for the last 5 minutes, just under there, placating him.
Until next time, we are NyxRising.
This is Taika.
Taika.
He loves you too.
We love you, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Bye! Hey everyone, it's Icarus. Off we head again on another adventure out of Erran. We're excited for you to meet our first fan-created NPCs, which were a perk over on our Patreon. You can support us there for more great perks at patreon.com/NyxRising, or you can show your support on YouTube via the join button. Special thanks, as always, to our executive producers, Leah Moran, Emily Hogarth, Alissa, Stef Sharp, Katelyn Ferguson, and Alexandra Johnson. Until next time, keep facing the light and leave the shadows behind you. I'm Icarus, and we'll see you on Wednesday.